diploma hanging on my neck. The bracelet matches a set. My brother name is Tina Dollar. Stop all that back and forth over the net. My mama wish I would've went corporate. She wish I would've went exec. I still turn to a CEO, so the lifestyle she respect. Hey, 2 sprints to Quebec.
Little new intro there. Trying something out there. Going live, just doing this quick. Honestly, it's because the AI will cut this quicker than me doing it myself. So, wanted to do something super quick, just talk Knicks Hawks. And I got a little prompt. I'm curious what people's thoughts are on my thought process on Denzel compared to Will Smith. So, really quickly though, if you did not see, we dropped our podcast with Sean Merriman yesterday. Please go check that out. Sean, thanks so much for joining the Sea Talk podcast. We're super excited about that. I think really cool conversation there on just what he's building out from a tech perspective, everything he's doing within sports technology and investing, being an entrepreneur, as well as being a former NFL legend. So really, really cool there. So yeah, definitely check that out. Check out all our videos. Obviously, our YouTube has everything there, shorts and all the things that go with the YouTube page. So definitely check that out. But again, appreciate Sean for jumping on and appreciate the time there. So, yeah, the Hawks, right? Let's get into the Hawks a little bit. I think. The Hawks are interesting, right? Because I think they truly have like a real shot at this. And we're going to watch a little bit of the game a little bit. But I mean, it was great. I thought the Knicks Hawks was fantastic. That's exactly what you were hoping for. Out of both of those teams. I think the tough thing, it's crazy to say this, Jock Landale being down, I thought was like a really, really big deal there, right? I mean, it's crazy to kind of say that here in 2026, a year of our Lord, but it was, and you could tell here, third quarter, Hawks get up by 10, kind of start this. I love these like YouTube recaps, right? NBA does a really good job with this, I think. I know everyone says we don't watch full games anymore, but I think this is a great job of like condensing the game down and being able to kind of, if you missed a little bit of it, so which I did. The problem for the Hawks, as you kind of see in those last 2 clips there, is Karl Anthony Towns absolutely dominated, which was really difficult. I felt like he really got into where he wanted to go there in the third and really changed up. And that's the tough thing when you don't have size. You know, obviously we got rid of Clint Capella. He's now back on the Rockets. And I mean, Towns, that's going to be the tough thing in the playoffs. Towns, and I thought Mitchell Robinson also, just his energy you see here, you know, getting a little back pick on Dyson, which led to Bridges layup there. I just think you need the size, and we don't have the size right now to match up with some of these front lines. You know, Boston's got Vucevic, obviously what Duran and the Pistons have, even the Cavs there. You know, everyone's got size, and so I mean that the first round matchup is going to be against the Cavs, and so how are the Hawks going to be able to handle that, and what do they kind of do from a defensive perspective, especially because I think the closing lineup, and that's really what I want to get to here, is the closing part, right? So again, amazing game. Let's watch a little bit. Let's try to get this volume right. It's gonna be a little hard. The tough part is going to be closing here, right? And as you see, Dyson, JJ, Nikhil, and CJ, that's such a tough move, man. The thing with Jalen Brunson, I don't know if you can win with him because he's like 6'1", but man, he is a fucking dog. I mean, that dude, it doesn't matter who's in front of him. Dyson played him so well for most of the game, and then he just starts to figure it out in the fourth quarter. I think this is who they're going to give the ball to late in the game. I think it's CJ. I don't love, though, Dyson coming to give the pick. I thought that was just terrible defense there by the Knicks. I mean, why are you like Dyson just doesn't give you anything from the outside. I feel like JJ's got to set that pick there. Um, Here, I honestly really good play there, and then kind of just a breakdown there by Josh Hart and Bridges. But I feel like CJ's the guy that you're going to go to down the stretch. Let's go back just a little bit and kind of watch maybe for like the 4-minute mark. This is a tough thing about these recaps are so quick a little bit sometimes, right? But yeah, I just feel like you want. Oh man, you can't let him open. Yeah, I just think it's going to be tough, right? And you see Kamingo's out there for a little bit in the fourth. Gabe was out there as well for the Hawks. You're just trying to figure out the size piece. Obviously, Mitchell Robinson there getting an offensive board, and then again, like who do you like 5 minutes to go? Who can go get you a bucket? Nikhil can do that. I think CJ can do that, especially in the mid range. But this is where the Hawks are going to get, kind of bogged down their great pass. This is the tough thing too. Like you see Dyson in the dunker spot, you almost kind of need him to be more of that Draymond kind of facilitator. But then if he's at the top of the key, obviously the people sagging off, and like, what does that do to the lane? And I'm sure Quinn and staff are kind of trying to figure that out. So that's going to be the thing I think moving forward, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I love it. I think the Hawks are in such a great position. I think they're just. I'm not nervous about what they can be. Right. I think they're situated incredibly well. And yeah, I'm excited about what that looks like. So, all right, the other one I wanted to do, like I said, this will be quick. Do some shorts and be on TikTok, YouTube, Threads, all the things. Follow your boy on Threads at SteamAc. But I'm writing this out right now. Is Denzel the most important Black actor of our lifetime? And I think he is. Here is why, right? I think it's hard to imagine a world where Denzel is not the guy, right? I'm trying to move this. It's always tough doing something live. It sounds like this is not the clip I wanted. But the reason why I say Denzel. Actually, I do want this in. All right. The reason why I say Denzel is the most important Black actor of our lifetime. Will Smith is the box office guy, right? Will Smith is the guy that box offices once Bad Boys and then the success of Men in Black and Independence Day hits and it's worldwide. You're like, oh man, a Black actor can sell overseas. That is Will Smith. I think that's Will Smith's lane. But for Denzel, and I think for Michael B. Jordan winning this Oscar, and I think for guys coming along, behind him, Idris and all these other actors, I think the thing that Denzel put in place and did is that you could put Denzel in most roles, right? Especially when you hear really good actors talk about acting, they talk about it being like sparring, right? It's like you're a boxer, right? You're a jab here, I'm going to throw a hook here. And Will doesn't really box, right? Will is amazing at give me a scene and I might have someone in the scene, but they're not even like a Robin, right? They're kind of just there as like a comedic piece, right? Think about Hitch. Think about what Martin Lawrence is in Bad Boys. Like Martin Lawrence is there as just an accessory, right? He's like a bag, right? That sounds weird, but you get me with the analogy there. What Denzel brought and what Denzel brings for this next evolution of black actors is that ability to go toe to toe. I think Jamie's kind of close, right? Because Jamie's been across a few where he's gone toe to toe, like in a cinematic way, right? Not in a comedic way. But Denzel, from a cinematic perspective, you can drop him into, I mean, he's done Macbeth, he's done all these things, right? You can drop him into whatever the character needs, and Denzel can not only embody that character, but then can deliver what is needed from that, like I said, from that sparring or that boxing. What I'm going to show right now is one of my favorite scenes from like Crimson Tide, um, with Denzel and Gene Hackman, the late Gene Hackman. We just don't have, you know, we don't have the big sets anymore. We don't have a lot of this kind of sparring. We don't have movies like that anymore. I feel like, but again, I think Denzel is so important, and I think, you know, while he is living, I hope that we make sure that we give him that credit and those flowers of like what he, not only what he represents just like as an actor, like just like take color out of it, but then, you know, we live in a world where we all see color, right? And so making sure that we like the people understand as we move forward the opportunities that are going to be there for actors moving forward in this type of a role, right? Like, I'm sure when they wrote this, you're like, I need someone strong. I need someone who can deliver monologues and be able to, again, go against someone like a Gene Hackman. And then it's like, oh man, Denzel, right? And maybe that was written for, I don't know like total all the background there on Crimson Tide, but it's like, man, I just want to be able to drop someone in this. They can embody what this is. They can deliver, right? And Denzel has done that time and time again. I mean, God, there's so many movies. The one that I think gets kind of lost is Philadelphia, right? Where he goes toe to toe with Tom Hanks, who wins the Oscar, I believe, for Philadelphia, right? And Denzel does not win, and which kind of is crazy there. And yeah, I mean, he's been doing this since the '80s, right? In Philadelphia, he's a lawyer, and you drop him into this role, you drop him into this world, and he absolutely delivers. And I think it's important that we acknowledge how important Denzel is, again, for the future of like actors, especially on the heels of the achievement of Michael B. Jordan and how amazing that is and what that means as we move forward, as more black actors hopefully get some opportunities to showcase that they can be dropped into the same kind of roles, right? Same kind of cinematic world and be able to deliver. So, like I said, I want to do something quick. We'll get these shorts out, get these clips out there later this week. Continue to follow me at SteeMac. Like I said, we've got the To The Max. This will be on To The Max. We'll do more of this there. Continue to follow the Seat Talk podcast. We've got more really cool interviews coming up this week, next week. Should be on site of the Peak Conference as well. So doing a ton of things here. And of course, if you're in sports technology or sports business, you're trying to look for advisors, consultancies, fundraising, please reach out to us. Would love to find a way to work with you. info@sportstechatlanta.com is our kind of general admin email. Again, you can find me at SteeMac, wherever you do. DM me, to me, whatever. Happy to connect with you. So continue to rate, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next edition of the Seat Talk podcast.